Hey guys, so what I'm going to show you today, sorry I had no sleep and was up all night with kiddos from the birthday party. I spent a ridiculous amount of time making these tie-dye Jell-O ice cubes. When I tried to take them out, they were more like Jell-O and not ice because I put them back in the fridge after I spent 4 hours layering every single one of them. So last night I put them back in the freezer and I'm going to try to make them be a little bit more solid. And then I'm actually going to make it more liquid, which I know sounds crazy because I just spent an insane amount of time the last 2 days getting these. Oh, that one actually, okay, so now that they're frozen, again, they're popping out like actual ice cubes. So, all that hard work, there we go. Now you actually see it. Yesterday at the birthday party, when we tried to have them come out, we put them in pop and stuff. They were not frozen because I took them out of the freezer, put them in the fridge after everything was layered and set. And so, oops, it's going to be messy. So when we put them in the pop bottle or pop cups and everything for drinks, they were a little bit too wiggly. So, oh, dang it. I got to pick that up. Oh, sorry, Baba. Don't mind me squishing my dogs. So any of it that spills, I'm going to pick it up because it's such a sticky mess. All right, so what I'm going to show you is I'm going to take all of this hard work, pop it into a bin. I'm going to add some of the flavored raspberry lemonade because that seems to taste really good. Oh, they look so pretty right now. It's so frustrating because I tried so hard to make it be so cool for the party and then they weren't good. So you can see in this one right here, look how pretty. That's where all of those hours of trying to make sure that they looked super cool for the party. They actually worked somewhat. There you go. So if you want to do tie-dye popsicles or tie-dye Jell-O, what I did was, and I spent way too long. Like I said, 4 hours is way too long to try to do something. But I was doing stuff in between. Oop, we got one down. That one's kind of pretty. That one goes into the sink. All right, so what I did to make tie-dye and do it where I didn't have to constantly check it and I could just let it sit while I did other stuff for the party was I made my Jell-O like normal, put it in, I think I had 6 different colors or maybe 5. Either way, I did the first layer and then everything else just stayed in the pots or containers that I had mixed the gelatin in. And then every like half hour to an hour, I would add another layer to it of the different colors. I'll see if I can show you when all of these are out because they actually look so pretty right now. But the kids, they weren't as big a hit as I thought they were going to be. And then we were going to play a game with them. So they wanted to play that mouth game where you put the big old thing that like separates your gums and your teeth, and then you have to try to say something and we guess what it is. But because of the virus and germs, we decided that was probably not a good idea. So what I came up with as a compromise, because I know they wanted to play it, was to put the Jell-O ice cube in your mouth and then you had to try to say it. But we played so many fun games last night and during the day at the party that we did not get to this. So what I'm going to surprise them with while they're all still sleeping is I'm going to make those little Jell-O bites that everybody's obsessed with. Maybe not so much now, but when they first came out, I could not find them for Dulcie anywhere. Even online I looked. So I'm going to pop these all out. Almost done. I made a lot of them. I used every ice cube tray that we had. I'm going to pop these all out, and then I'm going to add the blue raspberry mixture, and then I'm going to mix it really good so it's more of a liquid, and then I'm going to make those little Jell-O bites for them. They're so pretty now. So if I need to do any of this again, I need to do it a couple days in advance because it's so pretty right this second. One day was not long enough. Oh, my hand is freezing. Well, I need a break for like 2 seconds. Okay. Super cold. All right. So once I get my mixture, then I'm just going to put them in like normal sandwich bags. So that way it's easy and affordable and it's not wasting a bunch of extra bags. And all I did was just get the sandwich bags from the dollar store. They're great. There's 45 in a pack, so we should have more than enough. I may have used a couple of them already, but I mean, there is a lot of Jell-O ice cubes, so maybe I'll put some in like a freezer bag so we can have some in case someone wants them later. All right, I am finally done pulling them out. I'm gonna put some warm water in my hand for a second. Oh, it's so cold. Okay, now that we have that done, I'm gonna probably pull it up to show you guys how pretty it is. Look how pretty. That's gorge. All right, so this would be really cool for a adult party if you did like Jell-O shots and you added stuff to it. Obviously, this is a kid's party, so I did not do that. So the Jell-O tasted really good, but some of the kids were like, it doesn't have a lot of flavoring, so I'm gonna add a tiny bit of sugar. Not too much though, because the raspberry lemonade is obviously really sweet. So I'm gonna grab that out of the fridge. Yay! I actually made one for Dulcie that says DJ on it for Dulcie juice, and it's just like that. It's super cute. It's here somewhere. It's gonna show you. Is it in the fridge? Nope. All right, I'll have to ask her when she comes in. Okay, so I've got these sitting. I wonder if I should do, I might take one of our cool tie-dye bags. So we did this with tie-dye popcorn last night, and that was like one of their snacks. So, just because this is gonna make an insane amount, I'm gonna take like at least a bag full of the ice cubes and just put them in the freezer. Then we can always have them later. Yes, I washed my hands first, don't worry. All right. And this will have that extra sugar on there, so it should taste pretty good. I just don't want so many that like I don't have enough little bags to make them out of too. All right. That's pretty good right there. And then I'm just gonna grab one of my twist ties. Ooh, and they're so cute, they're pink. Anyone that knows me knows I love me some pink anything. And if it isn't pink, and majority of the time will spray paint it or paint it. All right, so we've got our twist tie. Let's pull that around. Just gonna twist that, and that can go back in the freezer for fun a different day or later. All right, so let's think of how to do this. I'm just gonna break them up with the fork that I pulled them out of. So all I'm doing right now is just kind of pushing through those cubes. All right, I'm gonna pause you and then I'll unpause when I get all of this done. Okay, I'm gonna show you real quick. So I got the Jell-O cubes smashed up, but I figured, okay, what if they don't like it and then it's just wasting everything? So we have this little icicle container that we got just from the dollar store. And there should be one more top. Dang it, I lost it. Oh, there it is. Okay. I was gonna say, I'm already missing one. So I put the juice and then the Jell-O crushed up in those, and I'm gonna put those in the freezer. Okay, so right now I'm actually warming the Jell-O up in the microwave so then it's more of a liquid. So I'm gonna take bags and I'm just gonna put them in a pan and spread them out like this. So then I can easily fill them with the liquid. And then I think what I've seen them do when you use bags, I'm not positive, or honestly I haven't seen what they do, but I'm sure you could do it this way, is it's like a twist, so then at the bottom you bite it and it pops out. So I could probably use twist ties or maybe rubber bands or something, but when we did tie-dye yesterday, we went through like over close to 500 rubber bands, so there are no rubber bands in my house. Maybe hair ties though. All right. So I've got a few in there already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, I'm gonna check on my stuff in the microwave. So I've totally just put it in there and then stirred it every minute. Ooh yeah, that's super liquidy. Now this is probably gonna be too warm to put into the plastic bags right now. But remember, I'm gonna add that liquid in there. Oh, I lost my fork. All right, let's grab another fork to find our other one. Oh crap, of course that would happen. Ta-da! We found it. All right, let's put that in the sink. Okay, I'm feeling, oh, it's actually super cold. All right, so I am gonna add just a little liquid to make sure that it doesn't get too hard again after it cools down. All right, it's definitely interesting looking. Kind of looks like a potion, but There we go. There's all the tie-dye. Can't really see it anymore, but it was still fun to do it. All right, so I'm gonna put my fork over here. I'm going to grab my funnel just to make it easier. And if we had like a big spoon, like a ladle, let's use this bad boy. I feel like that's gonna be easier. We might not need the funnel actually. So let's do it this way. Instead of putting them all in the container to hold them, I'm just gonna take them all out and do them one by one. So normally they're not like super, oh, I just put that everywhere. They're not super big, the little bites. So I'm gonna do it right about there. And then what they do is they take it here and it looks kind of twisted, I think, is what they're supposed to do. So that what happens is you bite into the bottom and it explodes. And this is gonna be super, super tasty. All right, so here's the tricky part. Ooh, you know what? I have those little tiny hair ties in my slime. Hold on, let me go grab them. Okay, so I got my little hair ties. I think this is gonna be the cheapest and quickest, easiest way to do it. So I'm gonna twist it until it's really tight like that. And then all you do is bite the corner of it and then it explodes. It's pretty cool. The kids love it. So this will be a nice little surprise for them when they wake up. They're still sleeping, which is totally fine because the house is a disaster and I've been slowly picking stuff up and then trying to get their tie-dye stuff all out. All right, so I think like 1 or 2 scoops, maybe a half more if I wanted to add a little bit. And then before I go all the way across here and make sure that it's tight, I'm gonna twist it to see and pull up that corner because you only want one corner for them to bite. All right, yeah. So that was 2 scoops of it and that's a big one. So it might be kind of fun to have big because then it's gonna explode and be a little more messy. All right, these are definitely something you should do outside. Okay, let's twist that. Let's try to make it a little bit tighter. There we go, there's another one down. All right, so I'll pause you guys after I do this one and get some going so that you're not just watching me scoop them in here. So I added the blue raspberry and then I added just normal sugar. And so right now it's super sweet. I thought about maybe making half of them sour. So adding like lemon juice. So that's gonna be the next one because I know they love to play Bean Boozle. And so if you've ever played Bean Boozle, it is really fun if you get one of the good tasting jelly beans, but I always get the bad ones, of course. And so like I literally had like rotten fish, there we go, spoiled milk, like just the most disgusting taste that you can ever have. But then there's strawberry or banana and it tastes amazing and that's what everyone else gets. I've gotten a couple good ones, but not very many. All right, so I'm gonna do a couple more of these and then I'm gonna show you what to do to make the sour ones. Okay, so I've got all 7 of my normal little Jell-O bites and now I'm gonna add some lemon. So I like to play this game where you have a cup and you mix whatever is in it and then one person out of the group gets a really bad one, but everyone has to drink it. So typically we'll get like super sour or nasty stuff just to like play the game, kind of like Bean Boozle, but with actually liquid. So this is gonna be the sour batch. So I'm gonna put like, as you probably saw, a lot of lemon in it. I'm gonna taste it just to see how puckery it is. I want it to be super, super, super sour or sweet. Actually, it tastes amazing. That's way too good. That tastes so good. Okay, that's too good. So we're gonna add, woo! Okay, well everything's gonna be sticky over here. I just dropped an accident. I'm gonna add a bunch and then I'm gonna rinse it off so it doesn't, there is stuff all over. Dang it, me and my stupid clumsiness. Okay, let's mix that and see how that tastes. Towel. Yeah, I don't think I got my phone or anything. All right, let's mix that. I'm assuming that's gotta be pretty sour. If it isn't, then I will add one more big spoonful. It tastes so good though, so I think it's gonna be, nope, that tastes way too good still. Ah, okay. There's not that much mix left, so I can't believe that it's, maybe it's because the blue lemonade. I can always buy another one of these lemon things. Because if I say it's sour and then they bite into it, it's not sour, they're gonna say something like, this isn't sour at all, it tastes good. So I gotta make it really strong. So I'm just gonna use this whole thing. I know that they're gonna be super excited and have just as much fun, so I will happily use all of this to make it fun for them. All right. So if that is not sour enough, then we are out of options. I'll have to Google like what kind of sour stuff you can use. All right, let me mix that one more time. Please be super sour. All right, from another spoon. All right, last taste test. Please be sour or sweet and crazy. Oh yeah, that's good. It's not as strong as I would like it to be, but it's still pretty good. All right. Trying to think of what else we could put in it to make it sour. I think that's all we have, so we'll do that. All right, so same thing with our sour ones. We're gonna do 2 big scoops. 1, and this spoon works perfect. 2, and then again go across here. I actually, just to try to see what it would do, went all the way across, which I knew what it was going to do, but just that way if I show you, if you go all the way across without getting the air out, oh, of course, that's not going to do it. So there must have been a bump or something I missed. Okay, well, what would happen if this is tight all the way across is you'd get air stuck up here, and so you'd have 2 spots, kind of like this. This is like 2 in 1 because there's a mini baby one. But of course, when I tried to show you, it isn't going to do that. So that's what would happen if it did what I wanted it to do. It's one of those things, when you don't want to do it, of course that it's going to happen the opposite way. Okay. All right. So I'm going to grab my rubber band, and I'm going to put that around it. Okay. So to keep them separate, I'm going to do the good tasting ones on this side and the sour ones on this side. All right. Okay, so that's all we're gonna do for right now. There is, if I have enough left, I might do like a really nasty one. So one of the drinks that they did with each other last night was, on the bottom was ranch, and on the top was chocolate syrup and whipped cream. So some people got the chocolate syrup and whipped cream, and then one person out of the group got the ranch, and they all had to take like a really big bite of it, and it was hilarious. I was surprised like that they actually wanted to go do it. At first I thought, oh, okay, so everyone gets a good one and then everyone gets a bad one together. No, it's a game. So see, okay, look, this is what I was talking about. It does do it. So if that happens, thank you for showing everybody, Mr. Bag. Then you just open it up and let some air out. Maybe. It's going to be more complicated than what it should be. Aha, there's the corner. I found you. All right, so you can just leave it open if you want. I was just shutting it so that way if there is any liquid that gets to the top. But I'm going to wrap it around anyway, so easiest way to do it, just leave it open if you want. Twist it around. I'm excited for them to do this one. I wonder if I added more sugar, if it'd be like more puckery. So I might do that with, if I have enough left for another batch. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and fill these and I'll be back. Okay, so for the very last ones, we've got 7 of the really good ones. We've got 7 of the really sour ones. And then I'm gonna make, with a little bit that's left, I'm gonna make at least 2, hopefully if I have enough, of the sour ones. And then I'm gonna add a big thing of mix from the lemonade container. So that should make it extra sour and sweet. So I should have done that for the other half of the ones. I'm gonna try to mix it a little bit. I don't want, that would actually maybe be good to keep it separate so then they have that big giant block at the bottom. But it actually looks cool too, pretty, instead of just the weird kind of funky color from all the tie-dye. All right, so I'm gonna try to make as many of these as I can because I know they're probably all gonna wanna try that too. All right, so I'm just gonna use the top of the pan to put those ones in. So like, I have an idea of where they start and where they end, but I might ask them if they want me to mix them all up, and then it'll be a fun game to kind of blindly pick and see what you get, and then everybody has to taste it all together. Dang, you know what? There's definitely not enough to make 7 of these, but I'll have at least a few. I'm gonna mix it. That's gonna be so sour. or incredibly sweet. Diabetes in a bag right there. Oof. And they don't have to actually drink it, but maybe I'll just tell them they can swish it around and have to hold it for like 4 seconds and see. All right. So there's that. If I really wanted to do some more of the really sour ones, because I know they're gonna like them, I might take out the popsicles that I just put in there and then warm all the Jell-O up and then do some extra sour ones, because they're more likely to then be excited to eat these crazy ones than actually do like a popsicle. I'm just gonna do one big scoop in that one. Mix it up. So yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. So this is my last one that I have enough mixture with. So I'm gonna grab the ones out of the freezer and I'm gonna dump out the popsicles that I just made. And then I'm gonna melt all of the Jell-O and then add the, oh wait, we don't have any more lemon mix. But we do have the lemonade powder that will still make it like super crazy sour. So that'll be fun. All right, so there's my last crazy one. And I'm gonna go ahead and start that. So here's what we've got. Luckily they're not too frozen, so it won't be too much work just to basically get going what we want. So I'm just gonna throw all the tops in the sink. Don't mind the messy kitchen. We made a lot of stuff for the party yesterday. I tried to do anything tie-dye that I could think of. We had tie-dye popcorn, we had tie-dye chocolate for s'mores. What else did we do? Oh, tie-dye Rice Krispie treats. And then my mom made awesome tie-dye cake. All right, so there we've got our frozen mix. So we're gonna go ahead and put that in the microwave and then I'll come right back. Okay, so we've got our last little Jell-O mixture. There's still a little bit of chunks in there. So what I did was I did a minute at a time. So you can definitely do it 30 seconds or whatever you're comfortable with, but a minute at a time seemed to work pretty easy, and that way I couldn't burn it or do anything. So there is still a couple little chunks, which might be kind of hard to do like the bite out of, so I'm going to do a tiny bit more in the microwave and mix. Okay, so here is what we have. Very liquidy. There's like a tiny little piece of Jell-O in some of them, but that's totally fine because there is in the other ones too. All right, so since I don't have any more lemon, I'm gonna make sure I put a really, really big scoop of the lemonade mix. Yes, it's kind of wasteful, but it'll be worth it when they do it and they have so much fun. I'm gonna do 1.5. So we still have enough for the rest of them. So I believe we had 3 of those, yep. Probably good that I put that in a separate one because I just lost count. Okay, so look at that bad boy. That one's gonna be a good one. So I will do a video of them doing all of these, and I'm pretty excited to see their reaction. Something kind of fun for the morning after. I'll make them a big breakfast. And then they were gonna go swimming yesterday, but it was pretty cold and windy and kind of rained a little bit here and there, so surprisingly, we were outside the entire day. All right, into this. Add a big giant scoop, about that big. Mix it up. There we go. So if you want to make flavored ones like they have, you could probably get like those little jars of flavoring, or just use like the lemonade thing that I did. But they have so many different flavors and things that you can use now. Ooh, or Kool-Aid packs. That would be really cheap and an easy way to do it. So get like a Kool-Aid pack and then make them for the kids. I think that they would love that. I'm almost out of bags. So crap. Well, we've got one after this one. So I'm gonna try and make it big. Maybe a little bigger. Let's see how many we have. 4, 5, 6, 7. We have exactly 7. Thank you, God. That was kind of amazing and perfect. Because I have 7 of all of them. How crazy is that, how it worked out? All right. I know my older sister, Dulcie Aaron, is up there laughing at me right now. Only you would do this. Yes, yes, I would. It would be pretty stinking amazing if she was here and she got to meet my little munchkin that's named after her. Ah, super hard, but all right, almost done with these. That one's gonna be a really, really big one. I might make Dulcie do this one since it's her birthday. All right, last one. I'm going to try to use as much of it as I can that's left. So maybe she'll get this one because this one's going to be huge. I mean, I could probably open one of them and try to add some more, so I might do that because it's just those little tiny hair ties. Okay, I'm just going to do one because there's only a tiny bit left, and the rest I can just dump out. Oh my gosh, those are going to be huge. This is going to make a sticky mess, and that is totally fine because they're going to have so much fun. It's worth it to like see their faces and just see them smile and be goofballs. All right, so let's kind of carefully mix that up over the bowl. That's a good idea. You've already seen how clumsy I am. Okay, we could do it like this, so it's a double bite. So let's do that. All right. So if someone wants to do a double bite, they can. If not, they can just do it this way. That's kind of fun. I'm excited. Ah, I can't believe they're still sleeping. It is 10:40. Actually, I'm not that surprised because they were up super late. I made it till about midnight, and then shortly after, a few girls got picked up that they missed home and missed mama. So, all right, there we go. So I think by 2 a.m. I was out, and they were jumping on the trampoline and finally back in the trailer by then. All right, so, whoop, jeez Louise. Okay, so there we've got it. Homemade Jell-O bites. I will post you guys to see what they say.